Real talk. Most people who try to set up a scraping API run into the same wall within 30 minutes. They fire off a few hundred requests, and suddenly, 429 errors, CAPTCHA walls, or worse, ghost responses that look fine but actually return nothing usable. If that's been you, this video fixes it. I'm going to walk you through the exact setup I use to scrape protected targets cleanly in 2026. The same approach that holds up when half the internet's anti-bot systems update midweek.
Watch this till the end. I'll show you a clean scraping API setup, how to keep your IP and fingerprint clean so you don't get blocked, and how to grab 2 gigabytes of free proxies so you can start extracting data with way less risk. Quick context. Scraping in 2026 isn't what it was 3 years ago. Anti-bot systems push updates multiple times per week now. AI agents handle the parsing instead of CSS selectors, meaning the bottleneck has shifted entirely to access. If you can't reach the page cleanly, your fancy LLM extraction is useless. Ground rule before we start. This is about extracting publicly accessible data. Market research, price tracking, lead gen, SEO monitoring, OSINT. Respect robots.txt. Be aware of the target's TOS, don't scrape personal data without a legal basis, and don't hammer servers. Polite scrapers don't get blocked as often. That's not just ethics, it's strategy. All right, let me explain anti-detect browser first, because it's the foundation of everything. An anti-detect browser spoofs your full browser fingerprint. Canvas, WebGL, fonts, audio context, hardware signals. So when the target site looks at you, it doesn't see one machine running 50 sessions. It sees 50 separate, real-looking users. It also lets you isolate multiple profiles in parallel for scaling and loads your proxy natively per profile. That last part matters a lot. If your fingerprint is clean, but your IP is dirty, you're still blocked. Step 1. Define what you're extracting. Define what you're actually extracting. Specific data points, volume, frequency. 1,000 records once, or 1,000,000 records daily. That answer changes everything downstream. Proxy type, concurrency, pacing. Mini case, lead gen marketer. A lead gen marketer scraping a business directory wanted 50K records yesterday. Fired off 30 concurrent threads from a single data center IP, got CAPTCHA walled in under 4 minutes. The fix wasn't more horsepower, it was slower pacing with residential IPs. Step 2. Pick the right proxy type. 3 categories: data center, residential, mobile. Data center is fast and cheap, but anti-bot systems spot it instantly on protected targets. Residential routes through real home ISPs, much harder to flag, slower, and pricier. Mobile is the gold tier, basically invisible. For most scraping API work in 2026, residential is the sweet spot. Why this works? Anti-bot systems classify IPs by ASN. Data center ASNs are public, flagged, and shared by thousands of other scrapers. Residential ASNs blend in with regular browsing traffic. The detection engine has nothing obvious to flag. Step 3. GoLogin profile setup, hands-on demo. Open the GoLogin dashboard. On the left side, you'll see Profiles. Click Add Profile. Give it a name tied to your scraping job. Now scroll down to Proxy. Paste your residential proxy here. Host, port, username, password. Honestly, here's the part people overcomplicate. Don't manually set time zone. Don't manually set language. GoLogin auto-configures all of that from your proxy IP. If your IP is US-based, your profile is automatically US-timed and US-localized. That consistency is what fools detection. Click Save, hit Run. The profile launches in its own isolated browser window. Before we continue, do not forget to subscribe, follow, like, comment, and share this video for more of AI and tech videos for you. All right, let's continue. Step 4. IPE.com verification, mandatory. This step is non-negotiable. Open a new tab inside the GoLogin profile. Go to IPE.com. IPE checks the same signals anti-bot systems check: IP class, WebRTC leaks, time zone match, language match,
fingerprint consistency. You should see all green. If WebRTC is leaking your real IP or time zone doesn't match the IP location, kill the profile, regenerate it, try again. Don't proceed until it's clean. Mini case, SEO specialist. An SEO specialist scraping SERP data set everything up perfectly, except they skipped IFI. WebRTC was leaking their real residential IP, got soft blocked silently, pages returned but with stripped, stale data. 3 days of scraping was junk. A 10-second IFI check would have caught it. Step 5. Test small, then scale. Test on a tiny sample first, 5-10 requests, not 5,000. Watch what comes back. Real data? Empty pages? CAPTCHA? React to what you see before you scale. If everything's clean, scale up gradually with randomized delays, not fixed delays. Fixed delays are a bot signature. Vary between 2 and 8 seconds. Add jitter. Randomize the order of pages you hit. Step 6. Monitor for blocks. Watch for 429 responses, CAPTCHA walls, and the sneaky one, soft blocks. A soft block looks like a successful response, but the data's stale, repeated, or hollow. If you see identical ghost listings across pages, you're soft blocked. Mini case, data analyst. A data analyst scraping marketplace prices for AI training data ran a job for 6 hours, came back to a clean log, no errors, no 429s, then noticed every product had identical shadow pricing. Soft block. Whole batch lost. The fix was switching IP class mid-job and slowing pacing down. Myth busting. Myth 1. A lot of people think free proxies work fine for serious scraping. Reality? Free proxies are dead on arrival. Half are honeypots, the other half are already on every anti-bot block list. Myth 2. A lot of people think an anti-detect browser alone hides everything. Reality? Fingerprint is half the equation. Behavior is the other half. Scrape like a robot, perfectly timed intervals, no scroll, no mouse movement, and you'll get flagged even with a flawless fingerprint. Myth 3. A lot of people think more requests equals more data. Reality? More requests equals more blocks. Slower, smarter scraping consistently pulls more usable data than aggressive scraping. Always. Decision rules. If then. If the target heavily uses JavaScript rendering, then use a real browser like GoLogin, not raw HTTP requests. If you see 429 responses, then cut concurrency in half and add randomized delays immediately. If you hit CAPTCHA walls, then switch to residential or mobile proxies, narrow concurrency. If IFI shows a fingerprint mismatch, then regenerate the profile before you scrape. Don't try to patch it mid-session. Branching. What changes if? Branch 1. Logged-in social platform versus public marketplace. If you're scraping a logged-in social platform instead of a public marketplace, here's what changes. 1 isolated GoLogin profile per account. Sticky residential IP per account. 0 cross-contamination. Mix accounts on one IP and all accounts die together. Branch 2. Ongoing daily scraping versus one-time research. If you're running ongoing daily scraping instead of one-time research, schedule it across spread-out time windows, not a single batch. Predictable timing is its own fingerprint. Honest trade-offs. Residential proxies are slower and pricier than data center. That's the tax you pay for unlock rate. And even with a perfect setup, blocks happen sometimes. A clean setup minimizes risk. It doesn't eliminate it. Anyone selling you 0 blocks guaranteed is selling something. Quick recap. Define what you're extracting, pick residential proxies for protected targets, set up GoLogin with auto-configured time zone and language, verify on IFI, test small before scaling, randomize pacing, monitor for soft blocks. If you want to replicate this scraping API setup, get 40% off and claim 2 GB of free proxies, click my link in the description or the pinned comment. Catch you in the next one.